Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday. Friday's the day of the week. We hand the reins over to the BonBonB buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map, and they've gone with this one, a request map from Random 5. My goodness, this map has got some proper mountains in it. Some of the best I think we have ever seen, if not the best we have ever seen. It's not one for big city build. Oh no. No. Definitely not. And there are some minor issues with it. Those minor issues are also kind of major issues depending on your viewpoint. I think they are kind of at the top end of minor. Anyway, daily reminder time. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is, and here we go with the pronunciation, Riaño, León by Angel Argules. 29.3. I don't think I've got any of those right. There's your start square. Just a hint of the flat space there, and it's not even that flat. There's your terrain heights. My goodness, it is full of mountains. Resources, it's just down the forestry, and you're not going to have access to much of that, to be honest with you, either. And then fishing, if you have Sunset Harbour, looks just like that, because they have fish in Spain, you know. Off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, there is no DLC required today, so there's news there. If you can read Spanish, then there's a little paragraph of Spanish to read. Network extensions 2 is there, the Alps Dolomites theme, juniper tree, a couple of live oaks, and a Scots pine. And of course, we'll be using the realistic 1.2 LUT, which actually works very nicely with this map and the theme that we're using. So, mountains, lots of them, and taken from the real life location and cleaned up to look blinking nice, I'll tell you. It is very nice. The big problem for me with this map is, we've got national roads rather than highways, because frankly you're not going to have a big city build here. The real life location originally was a cluster of villages which got flooded out when they put up a dam and created a huge great big reservoir, and then they relocated them above the new water level in a new town, which is, I'll show you that when we get there, but that's where you'll be building your new city, for want of a better phrase. And that town in real life only has, I think it's about 500 population, so it's really not intended to be a big build at all. All of the roads though are in exactly the right places. However, some of these elevations aren't realistic, even compared to the real life location, because obviously not the top level creator, sadly. Now this tunnel exists. In fact, all the tunnels exist, but this one's a little bit smaller in real life. I'll show you it. I'll give you a little Google Earth view here of that. Is what it looks like. Now for me, get rid of the Network Extensions 2 tunnel, replace that tunnel with some of Grey Flame's rocks to create a fake tunnel. Now this is a dam in real life, you can tell by the bend, that's what it's intended to be, and there is a tunnel on the opposite side there. We'll come back and have a look at this dam later on, because I don't mind the fact that it's a fake dam rather than an actual in-game vanilla dam, but I have a little problem with it, just a little one. Something that is easily fixed again by you if you carry on playing this as you go. A little bit uppy downy. Some of these ups and downs are fine. I haven't compared every single bit of road, but some of them are just a little bit beyond what you would call regular belief, and so I fancy cleaning some of these up. And say this is where for me this is where the map has its problems, because it's not a big city build. This is going to be one for those that want to build a small town, and somebody who's going to build a small town is going to run out of space very, very quickly if they're playing vanilla. There you go, like the ups and downs there. If you're playing vanilla rules, or the 9-tile game style play, you're going to run out of space very, very, very quickly indeed. So I would call this more of a detailer's map, but if you're going to be playing as a detailer, I think you're going to want to fix some of these roads. Again, it's down to you whether you do or you don't, but I feel that the map falls somewhere in between. I mean, you may look at this space on the right here and go, well, you could build on here. Well, you can, but getting over here using what we call vanilla rules, the 9-tile game, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get across here, because you've got to get across the reservoir. You're a long way from the start area, and the start area isn't particularly big, and in fact there's only a hint of it actually in the start square. So it's one of those that it's for me it's a detailer's map. It'd be a very good detailer's map if it was of a higher standard of networking. Now, you may say a detailer will be quite happy to, yeah, but surely a detailer would just rather get on with the roads perfectly made already and actually work on a detailed city or town. Anyway, we have another tunnel that emerges over here. Again, exists in real life. And this bridge is pretty damned close to real compared to the actual one in real life. It looks exactly like that. See, there's loads of credit. Look at those mountains. Oh my goodness, the mountains. Love the mountains. Anyway, this little bit here is in the start square, and then once you get beyond here, this uppy, downy, bumpy, we'll have a look at this in a bit more detail when we come back in the second half of the show, is the start square right there. But we're going to leave the start square and have a look over here, because there's a bit more room over here to showcase the modular commercial pack by Smilies. Smilies, again, producing some of the very best stuff on the workshop at the moment. Can't keep up with them. They are so good. And shall we do factoids? Because factoids, I think it's a bit longer today, so I better start reading it quick. Thomas Arnold died on this day, the 12th of June in 1842, and was headmaster at the rugby school at the time of the now famous handball incident. During a game of soccer, or football, a pupil decided to pick up the ball and run towards the opposition's line. This breach of the rules gave rise to the formation of a whole new game, rugby, or rugby football, as we refer to it over here, because there are all different sorts of football, as I'm sure you're aware. Yes, but of course there's only one true football, isn't there? We all know that one. Let me know in the comments. Go on, tell me. Okay, anyway, the modular commercial pack by Smilies. This is amazing. I love it. Must have it right now. Okay, back to the roads and stuff. We won't look at all of them in all of the detail, but there is a little bit of traffic flow problem, as you can tell, with stop-start, but that's always going to be the case. There's not really much you can do about that. Traffic manager isn't going to do too much about it either. Anyway, the roads are a little bit bouncy, up and down, and just need a little bit of cleaning up. And what I'll do is I'll show you. I've taken a snip. It's not actually from this road. It's the if we'd taken the right, it'd actually be the road. But I've gone back down to Google Earth. And I'm going to show you a little snippet from there, and I'm going to show it not because of the road, not so much because of the road, although it is a very nice road. There was something that made me laugh. The one little bit of road that I have a look at, something actually made me chuckle. So here we are on the N621. Yep, there you go. And it's a nice gradient. It's not uppy downy at all, is it? I'm quite happy with that. And we're just edging up. And if you have a look over there, got some nice hills over this side. Oh, how pretty, yeah. And if we have a look over this side, you'll see some water. And hang on a second, what's that in the water? What's that right there? Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Drowned trees. What are you doing to me, Spain? What are you doing? Well, to be fair, this is a reservoir. It has high peaks and low peaks as well. If we pull back, you'll see that actually during this top-down view, it was dry. So it was literally when the reservoir was overfilled, flooded as such, and so they were actually drowned trees because of actual reservoir flooding. Anyways, so anyway, that's a little visit to the real life location. You haven't missed much. With it. This road is just finding its way across the map, following the actual route. We do have a little bit of problem with Blue Mantle right here, which you probably saw from the opposite side. Not the hugest problem in the world. And we can turn right or left. I think we'll just go straight on because it's right or left. Go straight on or turn left because straight on will get us to the edge of the map quicker. No rail, not that I saw actually. There might actually be rail, but I spent some time with the map and I didn't see any, so we can assume that there was no rail on the map. There was a little note at the start, but I didn't even read that one. And then off towards the edge of the map, which means it's time for that intermission.
Have you ever wanted to create a snow scene in your summer city, but you're not interested in buying the Snowfall DLC? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Snow Without DLC by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
A very relevant tutorial for today. But back down to Riaño, León by Angel Argules 29.3. I'm sorry, Angel. Yeah, of course there's no shipping. I'm glad there's no shipping. Thank you very much for not putting shipping on this map. Water flow, it's kind of going back from where the dam is. There are some water spawn points to keep the water moving a little bit. It's not the world's worst water flow map. It's not the world's best one either, but it'll do. It will do absolutely fine for our needs. Okay, let's have a little look at the overview. So we've got not too much of a river valley because basically this is flooded. There are villages, or in real life there are villages under this water. The whole town fits into that view there. That is it. In real life, 500 people live in that little nest there in some very modern 1980s houses, and that's it. And that is your lot. Now, talking about gradients, see, this is a smooth gradient in real life. I went down and had a look at it to double check. And yeah, I'm just going to use a little mod here to smooth it out. You could use Move It to smooth it out. I've just used the Electrics Road Tools Slope Smoother. That's what it's called. And there you go. And that looks much more realistic and much closer to real life as well. Nice little island in the lake there. Now if we head down this way, this is going to take us down towards where we were earlier, where you'll find that reservoir. Real life reservoir. Not reservoir. Dam. We're in the reservoir. That's it. The real life dam. Let's head down. It's just so scenic. It is so scenic down here. Now for me, this dam is a good shape. I'd rather that was a proper vanilla dam. But failing that, I'd just rather see there's a river down here which has been drawn out with a line of trees, which I guess is just like a hint at the detailing. But I would rather have seen that little river down here, you know. It wouldn't have taken too much, and especially with the vanilla dam there, you would actually have the natural water flow coming out as well. Yeah, it's just a little preference. I think it would have been nice. Although it is out of the 25 tiles and nobody's going to really care or see it, if you're playing vanilla rules, I still think so. Anyway, look at the shapes of these mountains. Look at this blade ridge here. It's a lovely mountain. And a great set of really scenic mountains over here as well. Now we are using the Alps Dolomites theme by Mr. Miyagi, which enables us to use oil to paint snow on these mountaintops. Now look at these mountaintops. There's just a hint of snow. I'm sure this is like based again on what it looks like in real life, but I would prefer a little bit more snow up there. I don't see why there would be grass at the very top and snow just a little bit down. I mean, surely. I mean, maybe there isn't. And then we got that over here. This one's even more sparse. Little patches. I mean, maybe it's snow melt. Maybe this is all that is left at the end of a slightly bigger bigger brush. Softer brush maybe. Yeah. Maybe this is spring snow melt, what it looks like at a certain time of the year. But I still feel if I'm taking on this map, I'd just like to see a little bit more snow up there. If there's going to be snow, if you're going to use Alps Dolomites, use the snow, surely. Anyway, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I think that looks a little bit chillier up there. Quite nice, very nice even. If I say so myself, I'm going to leave it. We'll even use that in the screenshot because why not? Okay, anyway, so big old reservoir, not much build space, lots and lots of trees, snow on the mountains, realistic looking mountains, question marks over the roads, and a dam which isn't really a dam. And that's it, I think. Let's find myself a little screenshot. But what do you think of the map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We'll use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. You can vote by clicking the top right hand corner of the screen now. You can sign in with either your Facebook, your Gmail, your current YouTube login, which you're probably using right now, or a free Patreon account. Okay, what have we got? Aesthetically, I think it looks amazing, but could look better. I think that's just fair comment. It could just look a little bit, just little bits, especially that river that just needs to carry on. I'm going to give it a very strong 4 stars though, very, very strong 4 stars. I'm not going to forget this map in a long time. Some of the best mountains I've seen. Detailing, see, this is the thing. It matches up exactly, but the elevations are slightly out with the gradients. 3 stars. 3 stars, slap down middle. I think it deserves more though, but it's only getting 3. Gameplay. It's not really a detailer's map. It's not really a vanilla rules player's map, and there be the problem. I hate to say it, I'm going to have to give this 2 stars because it doesn't fit any niche. Of course it's playable, but I don't really see who it's going to suit. 2 stars for gameplay. Riaño, León by Angel Argules. 29.3. I don't know. I'm sorry, Angel. I'm just a poor little Englishman sitting in his little English home, struggling with the Spanish language. Well, if you're still watching though, you're in the 20 and out elite, which means you get to use the word of the day to score yourself 100 population points just for fun. Don't talk about it in the comments, just use that word and keep your own score, and just check and see who else is using that word as well, see who else is in the club. I'll see you again tomorrow for another What Map.